fears not death, struggles to triumph over evils, and lives for one purpose. Destroy all enemies! Yeah, we're taking a look at Samurai Shodown 3. This is the third in the series. How is Samurai Shodown 3 going to stack up? Let's go. Samurai Shodown 3 is very much different from its predecessors, because 1 and 2 used kind of a Street Fighter theme, where you had light, medium, and hard attack. And with SNK's 4-button layout, basically you had to hit 2 buttons at once to get your hard attack. Wasn't very nice. But in this one, you now have a light, middle, and hard slash, and then a kick button. And I like that a whole lot better. Now, like games of the 90s, it was a simpler fighting system. You didn't have all this guard, reverse, counter, flip, overflow, block with a twist, and don't forget your throw, guard, counter, block. You didn't have all that to worry about. It was just straightforward fighting, which is actually a refreshing change as opposed to some of the newer games I've been playing. Great, love that. But more so though, with Samurai Shodown, you now have a new system, which is the good and evil. If you're playing as the slash version of a character, that is the good version. And they have a different moveset from the bust version of the character, which is their evil version. And if you play slash versus bust, the end result of the game, the ending, is going to be different because you're playing either for the good or to the evil. Quick historic note with this series, actually. Amakusa, who is the main villain throughout Samurai Shodown, is actually named after Amakusa, who was the Christian leader way back in Japan when the Christians went into exile from Japan. Just kind of an interesting note, historic. If you're a history buff, you may have enjoyed that. If not, whatever. Anyway, back to the review. So I'm not liking that this game is hard. Okay, on the normal setting of most fighting games, I can usually get through to the third, maybe fourth character in a fighting roster. This one I can't get past the first because it is very unique, very intricate fighting system, and hard. So I have a hard time with this one, and I would rather be playing Samurai Shodown 4 Amakusa's Revenge because it's a little bit easier, and the game is a greater roster. But speaking of roster, though, they still keep this one pretty fresh. It's a lot of returning characters like Tam Tam, Haomaru, Hanzo Hattori, Galford, and so forth from previous games. Each one has their own fighting style, and of course, when you flip to the bus style version, of course you get a different one. But newcomers like Basara, actually, they're fun to play with, and so I've tried some of these, especially the water dude, and I can't remember his name, but he uses water. There's an umbrella kid. I don't remember their names very well, but it was a lot of fun playing as them too. So it's cool the way they take and they actually give you a whole unique cast without doing something silly like Street Fighter and saying, oh hey, here's a new character, what's his moveset? Oh, he's got a jumping uppercut, a fireball, and a whirlwind kick. So it's Ken. No, we're going to call him Akuma. We're going to call him, and they just kind of invent new characters with the same moveset as previous. I don't like that about Capcom. SNK still keeps it fresh. So, do I recommend this from a gamer standpoint? And no. The reason not is because Samurai Shodown 4 is essentially the same game. They just expanded the roster, made it a little bit easier to play, and still kept the game fresh, feeling fresh. So I would recommend Samurai Shodown 4 over Samurai Shodown 3. I should mention, by the way, Samurai Shodown 3 is a standalone for PlayStation 1, and they've had a couple downloads of it. Morally speaking, you're dealing with martial arts combat, weapon combat, and some blood, because if you hit someone just right, you get the arterial spray. And of course, you can chop your opponent in half. It doesn't happen very often, but when it does, I hate to say this, but it's kind of rewarding. It's like you beat them, and you beat them with skill. It takes a lot of skill to get any type of chop in half or any of the arterial spray finishers. It doesn't happen very often, so it's just a sign that you are a crust above other players. And I should also mention that there is nudity. Kagibiri, Basura's dead wife, comes back from the dead into his arms naked before melting into a skeleton. Which, if you have issues with that, you may not want your kids playing it. Again, this is Samurai Shodown 3, aka Samurai Spirits 3. moralgamer, moralgamer.com. Remember to like, subscribe, comment, and share. And don't forget to check out our review channel and gameplay channel in the links below. We hope to see you next time.